Optimus Prime. From their Action Edition line, Blokees presents to us a model kit based on the Optimus Prime design from the Transformers 1 animated movie from 2024. Walking through Walmart the past few months, I'd see the small Galaxy Edition Blokees coming to the shelves. So a few months back, I bought some for my girlfriend and I as we watched the Transformers 1 movie. And not only did my interest in Transformers peak, but my respect for Blokees as a company was gained. Ever since then, I was able to get my hands on the great $5 deals that they had going on for the classic editions during Black Friday at Walmart, and after building those, I just knew I had to get my hands on this Action Edition Optimus right here. Like every other Action Edition Transformer done by Blokees, we are able to obtain Optimus for just $40. I bought mine online through the official Blokees website, so I did have to pay $10 for shipping, but if your order is over $100, then you do become eligible for free shipping. Unfortunately, I myself have never seen any Action Edition Blokees in either Walmart or Target, but some of my local comic and anime stores do sell them here for retail price. Blokees advertises on all of their kits that there is no brush, glue, or clippers required, which for the most part I will say is true. I was very impressed by the runners because as advertised, I was able to get almost all the pieces off by hand. Though I will say that there are a few pieces that didn't come out as smoothly as I would like, so for those I just grabbed my clipper and no problem. There are also a few little pieces on Prime here which would often come loose and fall off, so I did have to end up super gluing them for my own convenience. So while I do agree that these things aren't necessarily needed, I would recommend having them on hand. Customization wise, I was debating whether or not I wanted to give Optimus a matte finish like I did in my last video with Tristan, but I felt that his metallic shine adds to his heroic character more. However, I did apply some panel lining throughout his body, leaving us with this beautiful result. I'm very glad to say that there was no problems with the shipping, and I'm able to present a very beautiful box for us to take a look at here. So here we have a front side view, a back side view, a top side view, a bottom side view, a right side view, and a left side view. Inside of our box, we get 9 bags in total, an instruction manual, a collector's card, and some other paper prints. Our bags consist of 13 different runners and a few loose pieces. In total, it only took me about a couple of hours to complete this build from snipping to finishing, as it's a very beginner-friendly build. Here is a full look at Optimus Prime in all of his glory. Optimus comes with 22 different swappable accessories, including 11 swappable hands, 5 for each arm, and 1 special one for his right hand, 2 swappable torso kits to change him from Optimus to Orion packs, 1 head for Optimus Prime, 1 head for Orion packs with 3 swappable faceplates, a rifle, an axe, a shield, a figure stand, and a titled magnet which activates a light inside of Prime's chest. Prime comes with a pair of closed fists, a pair of closed fists with an insert for his rifle, a pair of pointing hands, a pair of open palm hands, a pair of gripped palm hands, and a single open palm hand for his right arm with the peg insert for holding the core in his chest. For his different heads, we get a singular look for Optimus Prime that includes a unique head and base, and a separate head for Orion packs that includes a neutral face, a grunting face, and an angry face. Alright, there's certainly a lot to unpack in this kit, so let's go ahead and start taking a hands-on look at him. I love the designs that were done in Transformers 1, and Blokees just did Prime here incredible justice. First things first, I'd like to show off the light implemented inside of his chest that we can activate here with this magnet. The light lasts about 1 minute after activation before it will automatically shut off, but with the light on, I'd like to take a look at Prime's head here. Prime's head comes with great articulation that's going to allow him to look up and down and all around. We're even able to shift his head from side to side, front and back. And as you can see here, he's given a blue translucent neck peg, which is what's letting the light shine through to his head. So if he's looking in a direction that makes his neck visible, that light will bleed through there. This light is also seen shining through the Matrix of Leadership, which is the artifact that is inside of his chest. And we're actually going to be able to access the Matrix here by opening up this top panel on Prime's chest. While we're taking a look at Prime's torso, let's go ahead and shift our attention to the back here, where we can see his ab crunch in action. We're given a pretty decent ab crunch, and we get this incredible detail here that looks like his spine is expanding. But some of the best details on Prime are on his limbs. Starting with his arm, his shoulders are actually both removable and articulated, which allows us to reveal the amount of articulation designed into these arms. We're able to completely stretch it out like this, rotate like that, and bend like so. Typical wrist joints too. However, we can actually expand his elbow joint out further, which allows us to get this incredible posability now in his arms, allowing him to achieve all of this. Now moving on to his waist, we get the full 360 waist rotation and a bunch of crazy articulation on these skirt pieces, which is what's going to allow us the freedom of movement in these incredible legs that he has. First, we're going to be able to do the splits with Prime, get that 360 on his leg, double jointed knee bending all the way like so, his foot being able to bend side to side, shifting forward and back like this, 2 points of articulation in his foot including his toes, and lastly this back piece on his legs that can lift up, revealing this back panel which can be pulled down, showing off the wheels in his leg. There's really no purpose for the wheels. It's hard to pose with them while having these panels open, but it's a cool little detail regardless. With all that being shown, let's go ahead and put Prime down for a second and start taking a look at these weapons he comes with. Firstly, let's take a look at this beautiful rifle here with this nice sleek design. We could take off part of this handle here, which reveals this peg that goes into the insert on these hands. Now let's go ahead and swap out Prime's hands and show off what this looks like. Looks great, but admittedly it is sort of clunky at times because of this back end of the rifle colliding with this arm a lot of the time. Regardless though, it does look cool and it will work. And there is actually a small little insert at the tip of the barrel, so if you had any blast effect pieces, maybe you could fit those in there or something like that. Looking at his axe now, pretty simplistic, classic Optimus Prime. It acts like a hand, so we could just remove any hand and attach the axe that way, which is also the same case for this disc shield thing. Both these sort of plasma weapons articulate fine and are pretty fun to play around with. Now, while we can't transform Optimus into a truck, we can transform him back into Orion packs with this swappable torso kit we're given. In all, we're given unique heads, shoulder plates, chest plates, and cores for both the Optimus and Orion packs look. And we're able to swap between the two different looks as seen. While Optimus has a singular look for his head, Orion Pax is given 3 different faceplates to choose from. The process in which it takes to change these faceplates though is sort of a hassle, since you have to disassemble the entire head to swap out the face. It's nice because the finished result is snug and secure, but for someone like me, who is constantly trying out different looks for these videos, it's enough of a bother for me to mention. Taking a brief look at the hands here, a lot of them come with opposable thumbs, which is very appreciated, don't get me wrong, but I would recommend to be careful because these are very easy to lose, as I did actually end up losing one. And here let's take a look at this unique right hand that he has, which also has an opposable thumb and a peg for holding that core in his chest. With all that aside though, that just about wraps up Optimus himself, but we do have one last thing in this kit to look at, the figure stand. It's all black, made of plastic, has peg inserts for the tidal magnet, and also these pegs at the bottom which are meant to attach to the bottom of Prime's feet, but they don't really do that for me. Not really sure why that is, but it doesn't really matter because the claw design on this stand is incredible. Firstly, the articulation on it is all you're ever gonna need. It has locked positions of articulation, which is great for keeping the figure in place and not having gravity weigh down the arm. And the claw has these rubber bits which sort of act like a spring, allowing us to pinch it back while also creating tension onto the figure, holding it in place. Comparing this stand to your basic figure stand that relies purely on hopes and dreams and falls apart all the time, this is a breath of fresh air and innovation. Whether or not Blokees created this design, I'm not sure, but I love it. Seriously. I really love this kit. Ever since building it, I cannot put it down. It's just so much fun to play with. And honestly, I really can't find many issues with the kit. There are some small nitpicks I have, in model kit fashion. Small pieces do come off with play, which made me glue a few of them on there. Not a big fan of these faceplates for Orion. I just wish they were a bit easier to swap between. And I wish the wheels on the legs were somewhat a bit more well done. There's never really a situation where I'm going to display his legs like this, ever. But again, to be completely honest, those issues aren't big enough for me to feel any sort of way about this kit and are very easily ignorable. In my honest opinion, this kit is a perfect display of the peak of what toys can be and is easily one of the best figures I have ever owned. It looks great, it articulates great, it feels great, and for the most part the pieces feel solid and not like they're about to fall or break off. It has tons of play features like the weapons, the lights, the hidden compartments, the swappable look. It plays well for kids, it displays great for collectors, it has a fun and easy building experience for both of them. It's a simple build, but it's detailed enough to be high end, and all of this is only $40. Seriously, I cannot recommend this thing enough. Whether you're into Transformers, building kits, looking for display pieces, a gift, or something to pass your time, this company and the movie are both worth checking out just for this kit alone. Seriously, I love it and you will too. If you're thinking about getting him, just do it. I'm done talking about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this content, want me to review something specific, or have something to say, leave a comment down below, like the video, subscribe. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one.